Ellis Henican, Fox News contributor and Newsday columnist. Ellis, go ahead, wherever you want.
Hey, David, listen, I love the congressman's tone. I mean, he speaks very calmly, which is soothing on this issue. Unfortunately, he only wants to do half the deal, and it's not going to work that way. You've got to deal with both aspects of this, which is security. He's right, as the president did today in very direct terms. But you also have to deal with some realities. We've got all these people here. We have to find some kind of system for making them part of our nation, as indeed they are. And we have to find a way going forward that will actually work. All this pandering to the extremists isn't actually going to get any legislation.
Extremists? Wait a minute. Whoa. A majority of the citizens agree with the Arizona immigration law. You can't call the majority extremists by definition.
The rhetoric that we were just hearing, though, is designed to pander to extremists who don't want to do...
That's the majority of the country, Ellis, that you can't call the majority an extreme by definition.
David, my friend, you're engaging in a rhetorical sleight of hand here.
That's not rhetorical, that's a definition.
The fact that Americans want border security, which clearly Americans do, does not mean that they don't also want some common sense policies.
The majority support the Arizona law, but I got to give it to EMAC.
Ellis, you know, look at Ellis. You and I are Long Islanders, right? You're from Long Island.
I write for Newsday.
Okay,
I'm not from Long Island, but I write for Newsday. That's
you
right.
write for Newsday. Thank you for correcting me on that. We have had people murdered on Long Island from illegal aliens, okay?
Terrible.
And so I don't think you can call it pandering when the states on the border are in a crisis situation and they're doing the right thing by trying to protect the American population with whatever moves they decide. Now, you can disagree with it. I hear what you're saying.
But hold on a second.
Hang on a second. I hear what you're saying, that's half the argument. And I hear what you're saying about Reagan allowing for amnesty for illegal aliens. But wouldn't you agree that it is a crisis situation and you need to secure the border first?
Clearly there is a crisis situation. The first, second, third doesn't matter so much as getting it done. In fact, it's great that you mentioned New York, because they're two very different ways of dealing with immigration. Both areas have huge numbers of immigrants, and frankly, the approach in New York of embrace and getting people into the economy and keeping them working and helping them assimilate has worked a whole lot better than just this hostility, which is frankly what we're getting from so many of our friends in the Southwest on this issue. It's just not going to work. I love the way it sounds, but it's not going to work.
Aren't they in a better position to decide what'll work on the border than you are?
Well,
They're there. You're here.
You know what, David? It doesn't make sense to have a state-by-state, county-by-county immigration system. We need a national immigration system. These are America's borders we're talking about. So we've got to come up with a comprehensive plan that will resolve what is really a big issue. And the more, seriously, the more you go for the cheap arguments on this stuff, the less likely it is to actually achieve anything.
Well, listen, I hear what you're saying. I don't know if it's cheap arguments when people are getting murdered and there's, you know, drug crimes
wait a second. That right there.
And it's
right
not pandering.
There. Seriously, right there. I mean, murder is a horrible thing, whether it's committed by a legal or an illegal immigrant. In fact, the evidence says that the vast majority of crime in this country is committed by legal Americans. We should denounce that, too.
If one person is murdered, it's still terrible. But, Ellis, we really appreciate your coming on. Thank you so much.
Really good to debate this with you guys. Thanks for bringing the other side in.